Hi guys, so I got this motherboard for my new gaming rig. It's a Asus ROG Strix B350, and I'm gonna put a M.2 SSD in it, and in order to do that I need these standoffs which go in these little holes, this one right here in particular, and they're very tiny threaded holes, and the motherboard is supposed to come with the standoff and the screw, and it probably did. I may have lost it, or they may have accidentally not put it in the box, but one way or the other I need that standoff and screw. You can buy the screws, but I can't find the standoffs anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own. I'm going to take a regular standoff for a motherboard to the case, and I'm going to grind that nub down on it. I'm going to do that by chucking it into my drill press and pressing a grinding wheel for my Dremel up against it, and see if I can get it down small enough to fit into those tiny holes. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck this in here. So this is what I ended up with here. The one on the left was the first attempt, and as you can see, I got it too narrow and it fit a little too loose. Probably be okay, but I had a bunch of these, so I just tried a second one, and I was a little bit more careful, and it came out pretty good. And then I took my Dremel and cut the top part so that it wouldn't rise up too far off the motherboard. And then that's the screw that goes into the top, and then I got these brass washers to take up any space, so it would be a little bit of a tighter fit when I put it together. So I put a little drop of this super glue in the correct hole based on the length of the card that I'm using, and just a tiny drop so that if I ever need to twist it back out, it won't be too difficult. And looks like it's in there pretty good, about the right height. And so I'm going to let that dry, and then I will put the card in. So got the card in after letting it dry. I let it dry for about an hour. It's super glue. It's supposed to dry in 10 seconds, but I didn't want to mess with it, so I let it dry an hour. I used 3 brass washers that you can see there, and looks pretty good. It put together pretty snug, not overly tight, so I'm pretty happy with that. And there you go. So if you don't have a M.2 standoff and screw, you can make your own out of a regular motherboard standoff. Hope this helps.